Hello and welcome everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Without taking too much time introducing today's topic, today we are going to deal with some samples of tests which may happen to come in your tests. Of course, always concerning the 4MS pupils. I have chosen the topic of this test. It would be about the Hanging Gardens of Babel. These are the Hanging Gardens of Babel. Let's read the text together. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Unfortunately, they were destroyed because of an earthquake. They were described as a remarkable feat of engineering. So they described them as a remarkable feat. It means a remarkable work, an extraordinary work of engineering with an ascending series of tiered gardens. What does it mean, ascending series? In this form, ascending series, يعني this is the first series. Above it there is another series, above it there is another series, okay, containing a wide variety of trees, shrubs and vines, resembling a large green mountain constructed of mud bricks. So it was constructed, the material was built with mud bricks, يعني أجر طيني. It was said to have been built in the ancient city of Babylon near present-day Hilal, Babel province in Iraq. According to one legend, the Hanging Gardens were built by the Neo-Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled between 605 and 662 before Christ, for his Median wife Queen Amytis. So this king built the Hanging Gardens for his Median wife, the Queen Amytis. Median means she's from nowadays Iran. Because why did he build it? Because she missed the green hills and valleys of her homeland, and also because she was fond of mountainous situation. It was stated that the garden was in a shape of square, with each side approximately 400 feet long. So the side of the square 400 feet long, the length of the square side. If we say that this is a square, okay, the length of the square is 400 feet long. The garden was tiered, with the uppermost gallery, which stands 600 meters high. So the garden stands 600 meters high. The walls, 22 feet thick, were made of brick. The bases of the tiered sections were sufficiently deep to provide root growth for the largest trees, which means that the thick of these walls is 22 feet thick. Large trees can have space to grow its roots. The gardens relied on the Euphrates as their irrigation source, using Archimedes' screw to deliver water to the plants. So Euphrates is نهر الفرات. Okay. Archimedes' screw is this form of irrigation. They use this form of irrigation. Look how water can go up from here to here, okay, by this screw, turning until it gets here. This is Archimedes' screw. Let's go to the reading comprehension section. Read the text and answer the questions. Do the Hanging Gardens of Babylon still exist? Do they still exist? Can we see them in the present day? Who built them? Who? I'm asking about a person here. Who built them? Why were they built? Why? The reason behind building them. Okay? So I want you to think for a little bit before I present the answers. Okay, here are the answers. Do the Hanging Gardens of Babylon still exist? So now we have auxiliary question. The answer would be yes or no. Of course the answer here is no. So of course they here refers to the Hanging Gardens. Who built them? Who? The Neo-Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II built them. This person built the Hanging Gardens. Why were they built? They were built for the wife of the king because she missed the green hills and valleys of her homeland, and also because she was fond of mountainous situations. So these kinds of questions you will get 3 points if they are correct, of course. Number 2, read the text and fill in the table. You give the shape of the garden, in which shape they were. Height, thickness of the walls. Thickness يعني الخشن or العرض of the walls. And system of irrigation. How did they use to water the plants of the Hanging Gardens? So these information are mentioned here. Let's read the paragraph again. It was stated that the garden was in a shape of square, with each side approximately 400 feet long. The garden was tiered, with the uppermost gallery, which stands 600 meters high. The walls, 22 feet thick, were made of brick. The bases of the tiered sections were sufficiently deep to provide root growth for the largest trees. The gardens relied on the Euphrates as their irrigation source, using Archimedes' screw to deliver water to the plants. Okay, think a little bit before I give the correct answers. Of course, the shape of the garden, they were on a square shape, مربع. The height of the garden, 600 meters high. Sorry, it's high. Thickness of the walls, خشن الحائط. Okay, ولا الحيطان. 22 feet thick. And system of irrigation, يعني طريقة الري. They used Archimedes' screw. This is Archimedes' screw. لولب Archimedes. Number 3, what do the underlined words in the text refer to? When you face such a question, please focus. Why? It's easy 2 points to be taken. We use these words to avoid repeating something that has already been mentioned before this word. For example, if we take the word they, let's read together. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Unfortunately, they were destroyed because of an earthquake. So here I used the word they, or the pronoun they. Why? To avoid repeating something I have already mentioned before. What is this word that I don't want to repeat? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Unfortunately, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were destroyed because of an earthquake. So, هنا the word they refers to what? To the word that I have repeated. What is it? It's the Hanging Gardens, of course. Number 2 is who. Let's go back to the text and look for who. Here is it. According to one legend, Ostora, the Hanging Gardens were built by the new Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled between 605 and 662 before Christ. So I use who to refer to people, to person. Okay? I can use which to refer to things and animals, and I can refer to places with the where. And now I'm referring to a person. There is one person was mentioned before this word is this king. Okay, so of course the word who refers to the king Nebuchadnezzar. Let's move to the word she. Go back to the text again one more time. Where is she? So who ruled between for his Median wife. Median means she is from Iran nowadays. Aim it is because she missed her green hills, the green hills and valleys of her homeland. So because she here, of course, we know, all of us knows that we replace females with she. There is one female مؤنث, okay, مفرد مؤنث, and she is the wife, queen. Aim it is. Last one is which. Always go back to the text, read the whole sentence before which. The garden was tiered, يعني متدلية, tiered, with the uppermost gallery which stands 600 meters high. So what does this word refer to? Of course it refers to the uppermost gallery of the garden. Good. So by now we have finished with reading comprehension. Let's move to the mastery of language now. Supply punctuations and capitalizations in the following sentence. It's one sentence, sorry. A strong earthquake attacked the city of Babylon. As a result, the Hanging Gardens were destroyed and vanished. So on this question, usually you will have 2 points. Okay, يعني you can divide it. You can divide the 2 points into half, and half. معناها you will have 4 capitalizations and punctuations. Or you can divide it into 1 and 1. يعني you will have 2 capitalizations and punctuations. And generally يعني في العادة it will be divided into 4. يعني you look for 4 punctuations and capitalizations. Let's start step by step. Of course the sentence always starts with a capital letter. So this is Incorrect. You should start with a capital letter. This is the first one. A strong earthquake attacked the city of Babylon. I mentioned a city, and we know that names of cities, countries, continents are always capitalized. So Babylon here is not correct. I have to write it with a capital letter. So this was number 2. As a result, the Hanging Gardens were destroyed and vanished. What's missing here? Now we have a cause and an effect. The cause is this clause and the effect is this clause. I have linked them with as a result. As we have said in this lesson, in the lesson of cause and effect, concerning punctuations of as a result, it can be in 2 ways. قادرة تكون حاجتين. You can put a colon before as a result and a comma after, or you can put a full stop before as a result and a comma after. بصح هنا if I put a full stop before as a result, I have to start as with capital letter. هنا راح تولي لي 2.5 راح يولوا لي 3. okay, so the most the accurate thing, okay, الحاجة الأصح is to put a colon before and a comma after. Here we will get 2 points exactly. Okay, so we have found the 4 mistakes: A, B, colon and comma, and I get my 2 points. A strong earthquake attacked the city of Babylon. I put colon. As a result, comma, the Hanging Gardens were destroyed and vanished. Number 2. Turn the sentence between brackets in the text to the active voice. So here we have a sentence in the text, of course in the passive, between brackets, this one. We will turn it to the active voice. The Hanging Gardens were built by the Neo-Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II. We know that in the passive sentence we add auxiliary to be in the same tense as the verb, and we turn the verb in the past participle. Okay, so now we have the auxiliary to be in the past simple. معناها the verb in the active sentence would be in the past simple tense. So the past participle here is built, past simple built, and the infinitive is built. Active sentence would be like this. Okay, this would be the active sentence. Built is the past simple of the verb to build. Past simple built, past participle built. Number 3, classify the words in the table according to the pronunciation of the diphthongs. So of course these words are from the text. Destroyed, destroyed. Homeland, homeland. Described, described. And irrigation, irrigation. Here we have the diphthong a, I, o, and oi. So irrigation, a, irrigation. Described, described, I. Homeland, homeland, o. Destroyed, destroyed, oi. That's all for this test. As you may know, that the situation of integration was deleted from the test only, not from the exam, from the tests only. That's why I haven't dealt with it, but I promise to post some examples, some samples of paragraphs that you may have dealt with in the sequence number 1. That's all for this video, for this session. See you inshallah in other videos. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.